All right, looks like we're doing another episode of Cleaning Fish with Uncle T. I have two bass. Ethan caught this bass, and I caught this one. This is about 1.5 pounds. So we're gonna clean. I always like to clean the smallest ones to the largest ones. Doesn't matter if I caught it or not. Caleb caught 8 panfish. I don't think I told you that in the last video. We kept 5 of them, but I always like to clean the smallest to the biggest because that's me there. Because it's more fun and it's more satisfying when you clean the small ones and then you get to clean the nice big ones. So this bass, again, if you remember from the last video, come right under this little fin here, and I come in and make a little slice right in behind the gills. Again, I don't want to get the blood. I try not to. Sometimes I get a little bit of it. If you're squeamish, turn away. So I just come in here, and then, I did. So I'm just going to come along here, right along the spine, which you can't see, but there's right along the spine, and I'm going to kind of go in and find that rib cage. I'm just going to turn it so I can do it, but I just kind of poke back and forth like a poking motion. I feel that rib cage, so I'm not going to push any farther through, and I'm just going to go, and it should be, there we go. I should now be able to push right through the belly. There we go. I'm going to kind of bend my knife so it stays right along that spine and comes right out to the tail. Hopefully I haven't missed too much. Actually, I will come and do the same thing. Ouch, that's a pokey dorsal fin. Come in and do this again. Find the edge of the rib cage right out through the belly. There we go. Keep that knife nice and flat. Right out. Oh, I didn't get as much. Oh, missed some meat. But there, that's where it starts to come. So now I'll just, again, come right along the rib cage. This is going to be a lot more meat, obviously, than panfish because it's bigger. This one actually was only about 1/2 pound, surprisingly, but it could have been the scale and the way that we were weighing it. And I'm just going to adjust myself. So by cleaning it this way, again, you might be able to see through the video, but I keep all the organs inside, and there's a rib cage, and that way I'm not, again, not much blood. Sometimes I nick a little vein, but it's about just trying to do the least amount of damage. I mean, the fish is dying anyway, but it's about the least amount of mess for me as I clean it. But I do rinse everything. I rinse it in cold water. Our fish hut here has boards to clean on. So there's a nice look of the fish. Good thing I put bug spray on. And there is the bass. And I'm going to put it in our bucket. And the fish hut has, it's all big metal, stainless steel counters, and all throughout has little taps with hoses on it so you can clean the fish. And so actually for this one, this bigger one, I'm just going to spray it down because what happens, they secrete like a gooey mucus or whatever, and so it makes it slippery, and so that's not fun at all. So this is the big one. I'm looking forward to cleaning this one. I do have some other bigger knives too, an electric knife, but this knife was given to me for Christmas one time, and it's actually one of my favorites. And so I really enjoy using this one. I have 2 other ones plus an electric one, but this is the one that I go to the most. Some guys come from the States and they catch hundreds and hundreds of fish at a time, and they have big processing things. This is really big. There we go. And so they do their processing, and sometimes you have 4 or 5 guys in here all just kind of processing it together, and they're using their electric knives, but they won't do it like this. They'll just kind of chop the head off and then go zoom zoom. And I think in traveling, especially back to the United States, you have to leave a bit of skin on it so you can actually identify what type of a fish it is. We're in Ontario, and I think we probably have to do it in Ontario too. What we end up doing is just cleaning the fish, putting them in some bags, labeling it, and then taking it home so that we can eat it throughout the year. And you know, I said how I don't like going left to right. Oh my goodness, I didn't even cut this side, did I? I don't even think I did. I just got so excited about getting the meat on the other side. And so then right along the edge. And I'm realizing this is getting really long. So tell you a joke that Ethan told me, or you probably have heard this, but why are fish so smart? Because they swim in schools. And you probably already know that a group of fish is called a school of fish. That probably didn't even rank on the ranking meter for how good this joke was, but I'm just killing time so I can hit stop so you don't have to listen to anymore. But this is how I clean the fish, and you saw me fillet the smaller ones, so I won't do well, maybe I will. If you're still watching, if you're still with me, I'll cut this off, and then we'll take that fish and pop it in the bucket. Let me just spray this and rinse this off. And then when I'm all done, we take a big garden hose and then spray down everything and get everything. And everything goes into a grate and it's cleaned every day, so which is nice. I wish I had one of these at home. Actually, guess I don't need to because I don't catch fish at home. So again, I grab my tail. Thinking you're still seeing this. I grab my tail, come right in on an angle, and then I go nice and flat and just keep a nice tension with the bent blade. And I just keep moving my fork along so that I can get everything, because it's all about getting all that meat off. And then I'll do some cleaning up of it in just a moment. But yeah, so that's nice. A nice little piece of meat. And then there's the skin, or the scales. I don't have to descale anything at all. And then I'll just go in here. There's like a Y bone type thing right along in here. It's just, when you cook it, you don't taste it or you don't feel it because they're so thin. But it's just nice to be able to clean that up. And I'll just feel to see if there's anything else. There isn't. And I think, oh, there's just a tiny little bit there. So I'll clean that. Maybe, there we go. It's a little tougher one there. There we go. All cleaned. Nice piece of meat. And we caught it. We'll cook it and clean it. And I'll rinse all of those off later. Rinse my hands so I can stop it. And that's another episode of Cleaning Fish with Uncle T.